A very warm welcome to this Q Pass vlog on Sunday the 22nd of September from Flamingo Land. So when you come into the park, this is where you collect and make your request for the Q Pass from, and that's the first aid post here. So this is also a zoo vlog, and I should be overlaying on screen now what the weather forecast is for today, although there are severe weather warnings for potential torrential rain, but we'll see how the day goes on. It is looking just cloudy, as it says on screen, and this is one of the things where I went early previously on the previous visit, and that was because when it rains, obviously the animals go in, so it's, you know, when you've got no joy on the rides, it's also there's nothing to see, so hopefully we'll see a few animals today.
Do not feed. Never feed. Okay. It's posing. Whoa! Does that has you too? Right, come on. Do you mind us putting the cereal top?
So it's bang on 10 o'clock. There goes Kimali, loaded up with guests. Wonderful operations at this park. So I'm not going to be doing construction updates on this vlog like other people do. There's plenty of people doing that, but as you can see there, the Lost River ride is starting to be finished and completed with its new mystery system yet to be announced. So that's one ride that you're never going to see me on, being scared of heights. It goes all the way up. The amount of times I've heard people screaming, "Get me down, get me down!" And yeah, I'm not going to be one of those people. And there's one of the many wandering peacocks that just roam freely in the park. Hello. Looks like the paddocks are all having something to eat. There's more of the roaming peacocks. At Flamingo Land, they've got rides for everyone here, including the wacky racers, as this one's known. So there's the nocturnal porcupines. So there's the caiman. There's the reindeer. Just taking a rest before they start the Christmas run with Santa. There's a chicken. And the turkeys are having a right feast at the moment because all the apples are falling from this wonderful tree here that they have. But they must love that. This is the menu for the American Diner. So just had a ride on Voodoo. We nearly had a little bit of a hiccup because the ride host had been trained to sit people in the middle seats, and he took it literally that we needed to sit in the middle seats of the boat. And I pointed out to him that we've been quite a few times and we've always sat the carers on the end aisle seats of any aisle with the ride access queue pass user in the middle. The ride host accepted this, and yeah. But if you've had a different experience, if you'd like to comment in the comments below. And yeah, the girls are now getting on F1 and they're having a ride on that. So yeah, today's mostly about family having rides. So yeah, I'm not doing many rides today. But one thing to note is operations are really good in the park today. Everything apart from what's marked as ride closure is operating. And operating under capacity. It's very quiet here today, although there was a weather warning marked for severe rain, so that could be one of the reasons why. So the girls are now sat ready to have their go on Mine Train, which every ride today, as I think you can see from the queue line, as I say, it's very quiet in the park today, very quiet. So the girls are now setting off on the Dragon Coaster, and yeah, I think that's a bit too small for me, although I've been on it. I do have my coaster credit.
Paddy has green plumage in his feathers, which resembles that of the military uniform, so that's where he gets his species name from. Today, Paddy can show a few things that he's learned. Hopefully so, yes. So we started off nice and basic. We just like them to stand on this T-stand here, steady Paddy, and we just give them a peanut as a little reward. So this is positive reinforcement. As they do something well, we just reward it as so. And usually on the morning we do have a set of scales underneath this T-stand, so we take our parrot's weight daily, and this is because weight is a very important indicator of ill health and disease. Now usually when symptoms do come along, it is usually too late for the parrots, and they are very good at hiding ill health and disease. So it's very important that we do monitor closely their weights. So hopefully you can put all 3 pieces of rubbish into the bin for us. We're going 2, we're going 3. Oh, lovely, oh nearly. Brilliant stuff, and the lid, fantastic, look at that. You did more than most items, you did very good. Guys,
Hello.
Now, brilliant stuff. Now, as I said, only can be found in this, which allows the sound to drain straight off his face and into his ears, and he is an excellent hunter that hunts with his hearing and not his sight. Speaking of hearing, he does have lopsided ears, so the left ear is higher than the right, and this just allows him to have a larger scope of hearing. Now, Derek is an African hooded vulture, and he can be found in most parts of Africa, usually sub-Saharan areas. As you can see, he's got a bald head, and this is because of a vulture's diet.
Wait, I see it. Oh yeah, that doesn't know. Hello, beautiful girl. Even if I do something. Hey, do this too. Oh. What a poo.
Yeah, So we've just come to have a look in the aquarium. This is the plant room. It's actually quite funny if you read some of the signs where it says this is a door, this is a switch, it does nothing, we've tried. It's a box of wires. How it works, nobody knows. Yeah, it's nice when they put these little amusing touches into places like this. So we're just coming here just for a few minutes before the Sea Lion place opens at 2. Very quiet in this park today. So as I head back to the car to take, for another medication break, I don't always record those on this vlog, but I do take medication every 1 to 2 hours, and that's another reason why I can't stand in a queue, because I'm prescribed medication that I have to take using a vaporizer device. So yeah, that's something I'll be discussing with Merlin tomorrow. It's also worth noting that the Sea Lion show has signs up saying that it's not on at the moment because they're training some new sea lions, although today there is a Sea Lion show. So yeah, you might be lucky if you turn up and come.
Alright, jump behind it yourself. Nice like pirate the arm, alright? 1, 2, 3! Really good looking you from the forces. See? You sound like...
So it's currently 2:30, and as I'm just taking a little rest at the moment, I just thought I'd let people know, do you know what, if you're a dog lover and you've got dogs, you can actually bring your dog here. The only place you're not allowed to take the dog is into the zoo area for obvious reasons. Although if it is an assistance dog, you are allowed. So that's worth noting for a lot of people, I think. So it's 3 o'clock, I was about to go on Velocity, and anyway, the person that was wearing the carer's wristband was just very slightly under the minimum height requirement, so didn't argue, we just said we'll come back even though she'd been on it before. It is interesting though, because it just shows that depending on what shoes you're wearing sometimes can depend on whether you actually pass a height requirement for a ride. But anyway, it's good that they're checking these things, but it is a little bit, it myths you a little bit when you've got on something once and then, you know, the next time the same person doesn't get on it. But yeah, it is good that they check these things. I'd rather have rules enforced than not enforced, because that makes for a fairer system for everyone. So it's 3:05 and I'm just waiting for the rest of them to head back to the car. So that's the end of the day today for us, and we'll come back another day and we'll, you know, experience more things. There's always something new to experience here with the animals and everything. And I'd like to thank you again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. I'd love to see more awareness with the parks with when it comes to disabilities. Disabilities come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, so it would be really useful if everybody did a vlog of, you know, particularly of their own disabilities. I mean, you don't have to say what it is, just say how things affect you, and you know, then when it comes to the parks deciding on things like access policies, hopefully it'll create more of an awareness. Because currently the Merlin parks, in my opinion, and according to the legal research that I've done, are actually unlawfully discriminating by blocking access to disabled guests and limiting access with the rules that they put in place. And I'd like to see some sort of changes to that. So watch this space.